Spider-Man Brand New Day is the fourth Spider-Man entry in the MCU, and some people are already calling it the best live-action Spider-Man movie of all time. And honestly, I might have to agree. No spoilers in this review, so don't worry if you haven't seen it yet. One of the reasons why Spider-Man Brand New Day works so well is because it feels like a Spider-Man comic book come to life. Because, you have Tom Holland returning as Spider-Man, and he at this point, he is the best Spider-Man. Like, I'm not going to argue with anyone about it. Tom Holland is Spider-Man. This Spider-Man is very quippy, yet he's very kind to people. And when he fights bad guys, it's just like how he fights them in the Spider-Man PS4 video game. Like, it's so awesome. And this is exactly how I imagined Spider-Man would be in real life. This has some of the best web slinging that I've ever seen in a Spider-Man film. The fight scenes are just beautifully choreographed. It's like a combination of just very intense yet also mystical in a way. It's just so cool. We're given one of, if not the best live action Spider-Man suits, because that's how they do it. It seemed like it was a combination of Tobey Maguire's and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man suits, and you just put the best of both of those worlds together, and that's what you get in this movie. It honestly made me tear up when I first saw it. And the movie also did this thing where it would recreate iconic Spider-Man comic book covers in various scenes. And it's just little things like that showed me that this film is giving respect not just to the character, but also to the source material. And that just sets the foundation for a really fun movie. But it's not all fun and games, because Spider-Man in this film is dealing with a ton of trauma. Because, the events of Spider-Man No Way Home had left him feeling completely isolated. And just how Tom Holland portrays that pain is just beautiful. And it's further proof for how talented Tom Holland is as an actor. Holland's performance and the story of the movie puts you in this emotional roller coaster, and you'll feel pure moments of love, joy, fear, heck, even anger. But all of those emotions are utilized properly. Like, there's no jarring switches between the tough scenes and then, oh, we're gonna throw a joke in there. Like, no, there's none of that. It's an emotional roller coaster. You go through a lot, but it's a nice smooth ride. The true heart of this film for me, though, is the relationships between all the characters, like especially the core cast of these Spider-Man films. So, Tom Holland, Zendaya, and Jacob Batalon, like the three of them have incredible chemistry. And it makes sense because they're best friends in real life. Tom Holland and Zendaya are married, but you see all that love translate into the movie. There's this one particular scene in the film with Spider-Man, MJ, and Ned, and if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about, but it's just like this few minute scene was just filled with so much love between these characters, and I honestly would have been okay if we had like 30 minutes of them just doing what they were doing in this scene. This made me so happy. And God, the scenes between Peter and MJ, like those captured my heart completely. It was just retching in my soul, and I love them so much together. And people are gonna get mad at me about this, but I don't care. I want you to listen closely to what I'm about to say, because I don't care about the repercussions of this, but I'm gonna say the truth. Zendaya's MJ is the best superhero movie love interest of all time. I said what I said. Getting too hot in here. And I was very surprised by the connection of Spider-Man and Punisher, because I knew the two of them together was going to be fun, but it was a lot deeper than I expected it to be. Like, Spider-Man and the Punisher had this brotherly love with each other, like a mutual respect and admiration, and I just love the constant arguing and bickering, but still just they had each other's back, and it was so much fun to watch. And once again, it goes back to the actors having a real life connection to each other, because in case you didn't know, Tom Holland and Jon Bernthal helped each other audition for their roles of Spider-Man and Punisher. So the two of them were already best friends. But I also loved how Spider-Man and Punisher's relationship in this film highlighted Spider-Man's impact on other heroes. Because in the comic books, most superheroes that interact with Spider-Man freaking love him and they want to do right by him. And you just see a clear example of that in this movie. But real quick, I wanted to let you know that I just started the Haynes for Heroes membership program here on the channel, and I want you to be a part of it. When you sign up to become a hero, you'll get access to loyalty badges, shoutouts on the channel, and priority responses to your comments. And if you sign up to become a superhero, you'll get all of those perks, plus early access to new videos, and you'll be able to request new superhero videos that you want to see on the channel. Your membership will help the channel create even more superhero content for you. So go ahead and click on the link down in the description below to get started, and I love and appreciate you. As far as the story of this film, there is a ton going on because you meet a bunch of characters, you have cameos, there's so much world building happening. However, it never loses focus on Spider-Man and his journey. At no point was Spider-Man playing second fiddle to anyone. Even with the reveal of the main villain, like, you will still find yourself being heavily invested in what Spider-Man is going through. And all the other noise around it is just gravy. I also really appreciate how Brand New Day doesn't take away from No Way Home. Like, the consequences of that film remain the same. For example, in Avengers Endgame, the Avengers were able to reverse the snap that happened in Infinity War, thus making it look like it had never happened. Whereas in Spider-Man Brand New Day, the story instead adjusts to this new world that was created by No Way Home, and I feel like it's a really good transition between the two films. And of course, I gotta bring up the main villain of this film. I'm not gonna spoil who they are, but this is a new type of foe that Spider-Man is not used to facing. It's more of a mental battle instead of a physical one. I thought it was really well done and creepy of how the mind snapping works, how this villain takes control of people's minds, and there's especially one horrifying scene on top of a rooftop. If you know, you know. But I really liked how they pulled this character off, and I gotta say, they might be the most imposing villain that this version of Spider-Man has had since the Green Goblin. And of course, the reveal of this villain just made me cry. I was so excited by it, but it also opens up a ton more stories to be told. And I'll be doing a video explaining who this character is later on in the next week or so, but be on the lookout for that. So what is my rating for Spider-Man Brand New Day? So Spider-Man's my favorite superhero, so I'm already going into these films with a bit of bias, but I gotta be honest, this might actually be the best live action Spider-Man film that I've ever seen. I'm gonna have to see it a couple more times, but it's definitely up there. And once again, Tom Holland is the best live action Spider-Man. Like, I've been saying that ever since Spider-Man Homecoming, and people were treating me like Thanos and calling me a madman, but Tom Holland proves that he's the best in this movie. But with that being said, I'm gonna give Spider-Man Brand New Day a 10 out of 10 capes. It was perfect. But have you seen Spider-Man Brand New Day? What did you think about it? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, go ahead and shoot a web at the like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to watch more superhero videos, go ahead and click on the box right here, and I'll see you in a bit.